Welcome everybody, this is Mark Fidelman with Fanatics Media. Joining me is Peter Strid, Vice President of Sales for People Links. And today we're at the headquarters of People Links, right across from the train station on 30th Avenue. Is it 30th Avenue?
30th Street Station.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Anyways, well, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So People Links, I've been following for quite a long time. You guys had me when my book first came out. I did a speech there. I had just a wonderful experience. But the business model has changed since then because of some things that happened with LinkedIn and maybe some other things. Can you kind of take us back to that period 3 years ago and talk about what's changed?
Yeah, it's been an exciting kind of change and a change for the better. We started as a company that was providing coaching, education, and training to big sales organizations. And the idea of employee advocacy was really getting a lot of attention, and we've really pivoted off of that and focused on what we call guided selling and social selling. So it's been a really interesting progression, and the market has changed drastically over the last 4 years since we first met.
And what are you doing now that you weren't doing 4 years ago? How has the business model changed specifically?
Yeah, so if you think of a large enterprise B2B sales organization, they have maybe thousands of employees that have social profiles. Back 4 years ago, the focus was, we have all these LinkedIn profiles, Twitter handles, and they all say the wrong thing. Let's figure out a way to unify them and make them all speak the brand's message coming from marketing at a big sales organization. So that was an early need that has evolved into what kind of engagement can my sales team engage in to get closer to a customer, to really build relationships through those channels. So I think it's gone from really a marketing kind of best practice, what do you look like, into functional, here's activity that you should engage in with your customer.
And when your customers that you have now, I know you've got a number of enterprise customers, what are they using People Links for specifically?
So big brands that are using People Links, right here in Philadelphia, a big brand is Comcast. So Comcast has thousands of salespeople, and those salespeople don't necessarily always know the best action to take in the digital environment. So People Links acts as a GPS and guides the sales rep through a specific set of actions that have been designed for the sales rep as best practice, and we really act like that GPS. Turn right, turn left, speed up, slow down, but best practices of digital and social, and then wrap that with analytics on the back end to let sales management and operations know the reps are taking these actions, and we know that it's having an impact on revenue.
So if you're a sales manager and you've laid out a practice or a process that includes social and phone calls and all of that, you kind of take that process, whatever they've developed, you package it up, and you act as that GPS unit in order to guide them through that whole process?
Exactly. And part of it is the integration to data sources. So kind of the data for a lot of people is locked up. So CRM, Microsoft Dynamics, Salesforce.com, there's a lot of data that could be utilized to get a better outcome. So what we do is we are part of the ISV channel partnership with Salesforce. So there's an integration that takes place. We look at some of the data from a salesperson and say, because you're involved in this opportunity and this is what the deal structure looks like, this is the timing on it, we're going to prompt you to take very specific actions that are going to help move that deal from one stage to the next.
So it's kind of my last question is, what do sales managers tell you that People Links does that they weren't doing before, besides kind of the guiding? Is there some kind of increased sales? What are the outcomes?
Sure. So the outcomes are really, speeding up a sales cycle and, finding more leads, those types of things. The ability for us to provide visibility to that sales leadership team on the actions is really taking the black box of social and kind of untying it and letting them have visibility to that. So it's really, for a sales leader, I think today their answer in a traditional environment is, let's just train them on how to use these tools and best practices.
And hope they use it.
But the training is antiquated. It falls apart once the trainer leaves. The salesperson is stuck holding the bag, so to speak, and it's hard for them to get back into that groove of doing those actions on a regular basis. So the tool allows for repetitive behavior change over time to get the outcome you're looking for.
And if people want to learn more about People Links and what you're doing, where would they go?
You can simply go to peoplelinks.com. That's LINX.com. You can find us obviously on social channels.
I would hope so.
LinkedIn, Twitter. We're always looking to speak to organizations that are feeling the pain of sales enablement and a real sound social selling strategy. But it's pretty easy to find us across the different social channels or online on our website and our blog. Subscribe to the blog. There's a lot of really interesting stuff that we're putting out. A lot of really interesting partners like yourself. So welcome the opportunity to speak to people about what their needs are.
Okay. Thank you, Peter, for joining us on the show. Please comment if you want to see more videos like this, where I go out and talk to leading marketing and sales startups and getting more information about what they do to help you. Also, like this video and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber already. We put out a lot of great content that helps you, the marketer or the salesperson.